So who am I? I was born on the 12th of November 1975. I'm Michael Award Benjamin, born to Beatrice and Benjamin Award. Beatrice deceased, Benjamin still alive. They all hail from Tororo district. So becoming a DJ, if my memory serves me right, my first recollection is heavy exposure to music, first of all from a family setting. Parents are heavily invested in records, cassettes. I remember there was rumba, lots of rumba, South African pop, people like Yvonne Chaka Chaka, Chico, Nem, all those are famous South African pop artists. And of course at that time also, the disco era from the Western world. There was also an overdose of that sound. But locally, I got specifically intrigued by that space with the advent of the FM radio in Uganda. 1991, we saw Capital FM 91.3, Sanyo FM, Radio 1 come onto the scene, saving us from the one national broadcaster, which was the Radio Uganda at that time. So consuming a lot of this content 24/7. There was a time when we could, naively and stupidly record, like you record an FM, a playlist from an FM, not knowing that, there was something called rotation at that time. We're naive, we didn't know these things, but we would record knowing that, this song is not going to be played again. Perhaps this is the last time I'm going to hear it, so you record and you wake up the following morning, the same song is playing. So overly consumed that music, that culture came with new celebrities, new public figures, new personalities, in entertainment, and we admired, these guys. We listened to these, ladies and gentlemen, DJs, presenters, DJs. Some of them were, if you are the guy who was outgoing and you ended up in club, if you're lucky, you'd bump into them, because some of them, I remember, primarily were poached. Or rather were snatched from the clubs, onto the airwaves. So you could actually relate, and we saw most of them, and we saw how they were rolling, nice cars, Porsche cars, fast cars, flashy clothes, high-end fashion. They used to smell good, and it was attractive. And by default for me, from that time, I decided that this is the kind of life I want to to take on, either professionally or career-wise. But this is my journey. I want to be famous. I want to be famous. And of course, at that time again, as I said, it was difficult. It was difficult in the sense that, yes, the platforms were many at that time, but again, very few to accommodate so many of us. So we could only churn out famous people at a given time, not instantaneously. Okay, so, but again, from the word go, I became hooked, I became addicted. Like, I made up my mind, I said, I want to be famous. That was it. So having consumed that lifestyle, from that time, man, it was so heavy. It was so heavy, so heavy. Even I remember we used to be punished at home and at school. When holidays are over, you go to a barber shop, to get a haircut in preparation to go back to school, and you come back and you have a French cut, you have a German cut, you have all sorts of lines in you. Like, that's how crazy it was. Like, that's how the culture had grown onto us, and that's how me and my peers, or at least I'll speak for myself, for me, that's how infectious it was, and that's how badly I wanted to be in that circle.